Discoveries. You guys have found some very interesting things, I think. In in the boat, there is a Asian American looking fellow who seems to be getting the crap kicked out of him, which is identified as working for the Yakuza because his tattoos match something out of the movies for being a Yakuza folk. Farther back on the dock, you have a friend of yours who is very sneakily looking about in some boxes and crates that happen to be packed with some Russian firearms. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm gonna get some messages over to Jet with what I've found.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Um, Jet is going to send some messages to Dante, and in fact, the rest of the group. I think we found our, in quotation marks, competition.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure this satisfies what Larry paid us to do. So we should.
Um, do we just have to
Yeah,
know what he's doing? Do we have to know who he's selling them to?
He just wanted information.
So the information that he wanted is what was going on and who was involved. At the moment, you don't know who is actually saying the Russians are involved is one thing, but the actual person he's dealing with in the Russians, you don't know yet.
Um, Sue, what's the range on your influence spell?
I believe it is line of sight.
Ooh, line of
is it
sight.
the line of sight of him or the line of sight of his astral projection?
The spirit influence as well. Although he
Okay.
won't be as good at it as I am.
Bams? Is it his astral projection or him?
If he astrally projects, he cannot cast it on. Like, you can't cast things from the astral into the physical. It just doesn't work.
Ah, okay.
But he could see it from his physical position, assuming he gets out of the van, right?
It would be a perception test because it is hard to, like, you're a distance away, and you actually have to, like, identify the guy that you want to hit with it. You can't just be like that
Okay.
person-shaped form over there because maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's a cardboard cutout of a cowboy
Michael
leaning against the
Jordan.
post, or like right.
But
Okay, yeah, I just want to figure things out. Because right now I'm thinking that Jet just stays, monitors, and if it looks like he is not going to take him out for a midnight fishing trip, then Sue could try to influence him to do that, and then I take out Vinny, and we non-lethally, and then we just drive drive the boat back to the docks, and we have two people to interrogate.
I
Is
will
it
point out that
doable?
Vinny does have two guys with him on the boat.
I have grenades.
I want to point out that we're talking about on a boat.
With a
when,
hostage.
So if you want
when we
to,
say
No, stun grenades.
okay, okay. Whew. I thought we were in Crazy Town for a second because
No, no.
it's like, yeah, we're gonna go out into the ocean and we're gonna throw some grenades on the boat and then it'll be fine. I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
so the idea being that he would want to take him out on a midnight fishing trip, but that wouldn't actually happen.
No, we do that so that there's some distance between us and the other mafiosos so that I can work my magic.
How would I
What if-
drive anything to the land when you're like that far away?
Hang on a second. Just pretend you're talking to somebody really stupid about this plan.
Sure.
So I want to influence Vinny.
To take him out, to actually go on, to take the guy out to do whatever monstrous things he does to men on the open seas.
Okay. And
then-
that's just the idea being that Vinny goes away from his support.
You're
Yes.
safe to assume that at least one of those goons is going to stay with him. At least one.
Okay.
Because
I mean
I
the
don't-
army of enforcers at the docks.
sure.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, influence Vinny to embark on a trip that is going to end with somebody getting beaten to death with a fish.
Well, so
But he's not going to get beaten to death.
I believe he intends to surprise them out at sea by holding on for dear life on the back of this boat,
Ah,
and then
so
do a little thing.
the midnight fishing trip gets interrupted. It does not conclude.
Exactly.
They catch an electric eel. And then, Rod, I'm not sure exactly how your rigging thing works. I was hoping that you would be able to like get a link through my location or something.
The boat is like has a rigger interface. That's the thing I'm looking for. I don't believe it works that way, but maybe I need to have like three
Okay.
marks on the boat, and I don't believe I
Okay.
have that.
Then maybe Hex can help us out there.
How
Or I
far up
can
do I need
try
to
and.
get to be able to see Vinny?
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
How far up do I need to get to be able to see Vinny?
Close enough that you would probably need to roll at least one sneaking test to not be the giant thing that people see.
Okay. So I would need to probably spend another service to get included into the concealment.
Well, it can
Yeah,
conceal up to three people, so you conceal them plus you.
you could do that.
Yeah, I just don't know if I get to do it on the same service, and I thought I would err on the side of, you know.
It'll depend upon that first service. Who would you have chosen for the other person that you could have targeted?
Mm, is it like
What's that?
retconnable?
But
If I had to pick three people, I would have picked me plus them, but I didn't pick three. I
sure,
just picked them.
sure. You have a bunch of services anyway, so what's the worst that could happen?
Who knows, man?
Who knows?
I hate when you say that.
I mean, it's the most beautiful thing, right?
And for now, I say we hold until we get a until there's an indication that things might go awry for
Um, is th-
our
is there
yakuza friend.
okay? Is there a place when I can drive the van up to the shore as close as possible without raising attention, or will there always be attention if I drive up to the shore?
So there's no real place to like drive up to easily accessible water here because all of that land has been converted into space for the docks to function. Because the bigger the docks, the more boats, the more that they can make, that kind
Yes,
of stuff.
yes.
You
Okay, so I guess Jet, you're gonna have to like either take him out and then take him through the docks with you.
Can you look on like Google Maps or whatever and see a place where there might be less dense dockery?
Yeah, you guys can totally find a place on Google Maps to um, that if you got control of this boat, you could meet up and do stuff with.
Okay, so I guess Hex, the boat is up to you. Like if it's hackable and hacking the boat,
As far as I know, I'm still doing the whole.
but you can
Yeah, you
pause.
can totally drop out of doing that to hack stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what's a
Yeah.
few seconds for you?
Well, at this
Well,
point,
my
we might
question
not
is.
need it anyway.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so my question is: has anybody informed me that I don't necessarily need to be hacking?
It's it's
Well,
funnier this way.
you
Well,
would
I
have
mean,
gathered that from the messages that were coming back.
yeah, this is
Um,
all like I'm assuming we're all just going on you know, th- any relevant details to this plan that we've come up with is being brought up.
My thought would have been open communication.
Exactly.
Okay, so question is: how am I going to get to the boat to hack the boat?
You
Because
You could just do it
find it.
wirelessly.
connection too, right?
You can just try and do it wirelessly.
Yeah, don't be
Just
a
find the
Can I
wuss.
boat.
do what now?
I said
you
don't
could
be a
try and do it
wuss.
wirelessly.
Oh, but I like being a wuss. Being a wuss lets me beat up on the the game and all. Beat up on the and
Nut up or
devices
shut
and
up,
stuff.
or learn to swim.
I'll have you know I have all of one rank in swimming. I'll be
Or
fine.
buy a swim link.
We'll invest in some water wings for you for next time.
Oh, come on, that one was good.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to give him
So,
something.
Okay.
all right, Matrix Perception. You can totally find this boat. You got a million goddamn hits.
Hidden icons, nothing that like it's like a persona waiting to like fuck me up.
I'm sorry.
I said I don't see any hidden icons, anything that looks like a
Oh,
persona waiting
there's
to
tons of
come
hidden
like
icons.
jack me up.
There's tons. You're in a place that is surrounded by people doing illegal things.
Okay, as long as none of them look particularly hostile,
Not at the
I guess
moment.
I guess I can try and hack the boat.
Sure. I imagine you're not going to hack the boat yet because you're going to have a
Yeah,
thing try and
yeah.
happen.
Like I said, let's just hold until I give go.
Oh, that was a pretty decent roll.
We'll keep
We can
that.
sit on it. So
I mean,
I
you could put marks on it and not do anything yet, right?
he could, but it was just one of the things like if if things went wrong, then he would be alerted before they have left dock. So,
Fair enough.
but
That is true.
let me just write down that you got 5 hits, 105 boat. Okay. Um, I think then all we need is a sneaking roll from Sue, followed by an influence roll, and then probably a lift carry or a body plus strength from the barnacle.
Um,
Okay, so this
what are
is
we
all for
holding?
future.
I mean, it sounds like the plan is to have Sue get in position where he can get a line of sight on Vinny to convince him to want to drive the boat out, and then you're gonna go out and try and take these guys out, and kidnap them.
Yeah,
Them? Aren't you gonna just let them sleep in the boat?
Well, there's a chance we can find out who he's selling to in specific without actually doing all this.
Like talking to him on the boat? With influence?
Sure.
No, I mean, what's your plan, Dante? Like,
I
how?
don't necessarily have a plan yet, but there's a bunch of Vori here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we could try and get over there and listen in on what they're saying. Try and get some more information without actually making ourselves known to anybody, since we've been doing very good on sneaking so far.
Is that what you want to
But
try and do?
I'm down. Well, it's up to the whole group. I'll do it either way.
yeah.
Well, if that's what you want, I could like fly over there and just leave Jet to his own devices. There's not much I can do in a fly form anyway. I could just bite them maybe.
It wouldn't hurt for
Yeah,
you to
that's
fly
fine.
around and see if you can find anything out as a drone.
Okay, so I'm gonna head off to the Vori territory, and you get back to Jet.
Sure. Jet, are you still going for a swim?
I am still holding on to uh, the ladder
Okay, but we're
and
not.
listening in.
No, that's
No,
fine.
we haven't gone. I have not given the signal yet.
Okay. Um, in that case, we will hold on to that while Dante, I believe, goes for a sneak over to the Vori area.
How do I add exploding sixes?
You put a exclamation point after the 5.
Okay.
I was going to let Rot's drone check on the Vori first.
Sure, it'll probably get there before you anyway.
So I add my edge, and then I add the exclamation mark, right?
You would add it as like a dice pool bonus. So like If you had 10 dice and 5 edge, and you added edge, you would roll 15 dice with an exclamation point after the 5.
Okay.
That's
Boom.
that's a lot.
I listen to their everything.
To their everything. Um, you don't speak any Russian, do you?
Dante,
I
yes.
I relayed the information to Dante directly.
Hit record.
Dante, how good's your Russian?
I think I'd roll. I've got 1 or 2 in it. Let me look.
Sure. You want to roll it real quick, just because this is going to be a lot of rapid fire Russian and some other stuff.
Sure.
I really hope it doesn't become the other type of rapid fire Russian.
It's a deca kind.
Yeah.
No, hopefully not. All right.
Can't we record it so we can have it translated later or something?
You can, but this is like that will take time later. Where this is just kind of like it's coming across the team and he's listening in and what he can pick out of it. Like later on, he can
Well,
get the full thing
I'm
translated.
recording this either way.
Right.
But okay.
So with a million hits, time and space slows down to you as you kind of fly around, and we get a nice little camera shot of everybody being in slow motion, Spider-Man, Spidey Sense style. Interesting things that you will pick up is at least one small group of people complaining about why they can't just take the box right over to them, why they have to load it onto the car and take it someplace else. And then you hear a guy in a very Russian accent be like, because that's not what I'm paying you to do. And then he's going to swear at them in Russian. And Dante, you're like, damn, he's mad.
Damn, he's mad.
Dang.
He kind of threatens them a little bit to just kind of get back to work and shut up. Other interesting things you'll see is a very tall, broad-shouldered, blonde-haired Russian guy that Sue and Jet will remember from the convention. It is one not Dolph Lundgren. And he
Okay.
seems to be the guy that's like in charge tonight. You guys have a million questions. You are more than welcome to ask.
Since I'm relaying that stuff, I don't remember him, right? I
I,
mean, I didn't see him, I think.
I, you may have saw him, but not like to recognize him as he was just a guy working a booth at a convention. Jet and Sue spent time at that booth that he was at.
What was he doing
He was
at the
being
booth?
large and menacing, and then I think he went to dinner with you guys, if memory serves.
Okay, yeah.
He was working with Andre's dad. Sort of
All right.
bodyguardy, sort of doing the thing.
Is he the guy that taught me like the selling points on like various guns?
I think that was more Andre's dad, if memory serves, rather than this guy. I don't remember this guy being
Okay.
overly talkative. More just physically imposing, I will break you.
All right. Jet's gonna kind of turn the volume down on that conversation while he focuses on the
Sure.
boat.
And you're going to hear Vinny in a very agitated tone be like, "Who paid you to look on me? Why are you snooping around?" Give the guy a kick. Speak it up. And he's gonna look to this guy's like, "Can you believe this guy? He doesn't even want to talk English, English, motherfucker."
Do you speak it?
So he's clearly interrogating this guy in a very brutal fashion. Not even really giving him the opportunity to answer, like, he's on the ground. Vinny asks him a question, and like he kind of opens his mouth to speak, and Vinny kicks him in the stomach to kind of knock the wind out of him, so he can't talk.
This is if I roll judge intentions, could I get a feel for whether they're going to have to make a donation to the policeman's ball right now?
Sure. We can
Okay.
see what the dice tell you.
All right, one sec. That's charisma plus intuition.
Correct.
What was that innuendo? What are you checking for?
Whether he's gonna pop him,
Whether
like right
he's gonna
now.
have to
Okay.
whether they're gonna drive out into the ocean to kill this guy, if they're gonna kill this guy, if it's kind of just like getting a better read on the scene.
Sure. Thanks.
Did we hear anything while we were snooping on the Vori that
Crap.
would lead us to believe they are buying those guns?
That the mafia are buying those guns.
Or anything about those guns in particular? You had just mentioned the box.
So they're a couple of the guys who were complaining about not being able to just take the box straight over to them. We're carrying a box that is very similar size, shape, and markings to what you saw over there that had these Russian guns in it. You guys do still have a
Okay.
bunch of questions that you are more than welcome to ask about that.
Okay, so Dante, think about this because I'm running blank now.
Sure.
And
So-
you're very interested.
So Jet, with your 4 hits, it's kind of hard to tell. You can see that the one guy's kind of maybe has worked with Vinny for a while, so this kind of brutality is not exactly unknown to him. The other guy is looking a little green around the gills. Maybe it's because he's standing on a boat and is a little seasick. Maybe it's because he's sitting here asking the guy questions and not even letting him get an answer in. The more squeamish guy is the guy with the underarm pistol holster. The other guy has an SMG. Now that you are significantly closer, you can see it's an Ingram Smart Gun. You know that they are silenced by default.
Yep. Does the jaded guy look like a little more tense than he might if this was just we're gonna take not do this now?
As if to try and talk Vinny down, or
Like, does he look nervous about getting blood on his clothes right now?
he's standing kind of off to the side. He doesn't exactly look like he is enjoying the display that is happening in front of him, but looks as though he's not going to make any motions to stop it.
Okay, so I can't really get a read off of him that, okay, this might go a little too far at the moment, or Vinny might get a little carried away.
If anybody is going to kind of step in to try and talk him down, it's going to be the other guy, the guy that doesn't look like he's exactly cool with this. You can see him looking back and forth and just kind of do I say something? Do I try and get him to stop beating him so that the guy can actually answer?
Okay, I'm going to wait until I guess Vinny pulls out his piece before giving the go.
Yeah, you don't see any kind of gun on Vinny.
Or give the order.
Yeah. All right, just making sure that we're clear on what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Do you guys in Voryland have any kind of other questions you want to ask?
Well, so it seems they're bringing boxes of similar size and shape over to the Mafia, correct?
They're loading them onto a truck, and then
All right.
that truck is going to leave, and then they are very similar sized boxes to what the Mafia had over there.
Hey, Dante, do you think that you could sneak a stealth tag onto that thing? The van? Or truck?
Could always try.
I believe in you.
Might be easier for Rot to just land his fly spy on it, since he can
True.
just track that through the Matrix.
Well, a stealth tag is way more sneaky than a fly spy. Either way.
But your fly spy is way closer and a lot smaller than a Dante.
But I will be permanently losing it. I'll
No,
be
you're not.
losing my eyes.
losing it. If it starts getting away from where you want it to be, you just fly it away again.
It flies, dude. Yeah.
But won't they like close the truck? Is the truck like closable?
You could just sit it on top of the truck.
Or under the
Okay.
truck. Or
So let's do that.
Sure. So you will whoosh whoosh fly spy underneath there. Is it Dante hanging around? Or no, Dante never actually went over there.
no, he's over in the
He's
mafia
just listening.
warehouse.
Sure. Are you guys going to attempt to coerce Vinny into going for a fishing trip? Or are you going to just let that continue to play out?
I'm gonna give it a couple.
Sure. Can you roll me edge real quick?
Sure. One success,
All right.
because I keep on forgetting to add the 5.
That's fine. So with one hit, the squeamish guy is going to kind of be like, boss, hey. Vinny's going to step up from whomping on the guy and be like, what? It's like, maybe we should give him a night to think on his life choices, you know? Maybe come morning he wants to be a little bit more cooperative. And Vinny's gonna look at the guy and then look down at the guy, and you can see his eyes are large, kind of crazed. And he's gonna look down at the guy. He's like, "How do you feel about that, man? Huh?" Give him a kick. You wanna have a sleepover? And he's gonna spit on him again. The guy on the ground is kind of like blood from his mouth and not looking great. It's like, we could. The squeamish guy's like, we could take this somewhere else a little bit more private, where there's not prying eyes around. And he'll kind of motion around. Vinny will look from him to the guy on the ground, and then put an eyeball up over to the other guy. It's like, what do you think, Frank? Think we should take this piece of shit somewhere else so we don't have to be spied upon? Frank kind of shrugs his shoulders. Whatever you want to do, Vinny. Vinny's like, I think I might like that, Frank. I think I might like taking him somewhere where we can be alone together. Like with your sister. Frank's like, Vinny, man, that ain't right. Vinny will laugh. And the squeamish guy will be like, yeah, let's, we could go now. I could get a car. And Vinny will be
Go,
like,
go.
sure. If you
All
want.
right. So I'm gonna move up.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your spell casting.
Sure. Now, as I remember
Nope,
it,
robot.
rolling at a low
Wow.
score.
Robot. That was awesome, robot.
Not.
And you're in slow-mo.
He just got 1,000,000 hits on his speech
What?
test because it went slow mo.
Yeah.
You
Or
lagged
he was-
out so hard.
Or he was drowning in the silver thing that like ate Neo after he touched the mirror.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
That is exactly it, actually.
Oh my god, he's a mage and a technomancer.
God damn it.
He would be the
I'm
first of his
confused.
kind. Because you came off as cybery robot, so we didn't hear what you were saying. So we started
Okay.
joking
Yeah, you
until
lagged
you
out real bad.
realized.
So I need to ask that question again. As I remember it, rolling at a low force does not help me avoid detection or prevent them from getting to resist.
Rolling at a lower force makes it harder for them to detect it. It does also, if you don't do anything else, make it harder or make it easier for them to resist because your hits are going to be capped by your force.
But I can use the reagents.
But you could use reagents, yes.
All right. So I'm gonna do force 3 with a reagent.
Okay.
That's like I believe you spend reagents from the bottom up until the level you wish,
Yep.
if I remember.
What would you like to set the limit at?
Um, so the natural limit without spending reagents is going to be force plus magic.
3? If you're casting
Is
at 3,
that
it's gonna be 3.
correct?
It'll be whatever the force is.
Okay, and then but to make my spellcasting roll,
It would be
You're starting to lag out real bad again, man.
going to
The
be
Matrix.
spellcasting plus magic, right?
correct.
All right. I'll set the limit at. So what? I spend 3 reagents to set it at like 6.
You spend whatever it would be 6 reagents to set it at 6.
All right. I'll do that.
Alrighty, and then we'll see your dice roll.
I don't know, maybe edge that, man. I don't know how much you have left, but that's a pretty important spell.
He didn't roll anything yet.
Uh,
Since
yeah.
since
Why don't we?
He
Oh,
also
okay.
might go again above his magic and get torched.
Yeah, I almost did that. Only kind of Sue got hurt, not me.
Ritual magic. It's good times. Good times.
In this drone summoning ritual, because I was a rigger all along. Ah, great!
All right, so I resist that with logic plus willpower, which quick math.
Roll low. Roll low.
Those are delicious, by the way.
Rolos.
Yeah.
Sure. And if you want to roll to resist your 2 points of drain, what are
I
you?
have no idea what you're talking about.
What are you? What are you influencing him to do?
That he wants to take the guy out on his little boat. Now.
Okay. So Vinny's gonna stand up. He's like, "Yeah, no, let him sleep on it." And uh, you'll see the squeamish guy kind of like and like audibly relax. Um, and that's kind of when you tell him to go go go. A glazed look will kind of pass over Vinny's eyes real quick. Let me roll a thing. That's not how you roll dice. And he'll just kind of like, wait, no, fuck this guy. He don't want to talk. He's not gonna want to talk in the morning. Frank, start the engine. And the squeamish guy's gonna look like, oh, what the? Hold on. And he's gonna start, Vinny, 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 like, come on, man. And Vinny's gonna turn back to him and give him a look like, did you just second guess me? And sorry, my cat's being weird. Frank will shrug and go, and you'll hear and feel the boat start up as the squeamish guy begins to kind of plead because he knows where this is going. The Yakuza guy on the ground is just saying something in Japanese. It'll catch Vinny's attention, and he'll be like, "Oh, so you want to talk, but you won't talk no English?" Give him a kick, and he'll turn back to the squeamish guy. Like, "Look, you don't want to be here. You ain't gotta be here. You can go push boxes with the rest of these guys. All right? I only brought you on this part from a friend's suggestion." The squeamish guy will be like, put his hands up and like, all right, I'll go push boxes. Sorry. It's like that's what I thought. And then it'll be Frank and Vinny and you'll feel the boat begin to move as the squeamish guy gets off.
At that, when he starts to get off, I'm going to dip under the water.
Sure.
So, I mean, is Sue able to? I mean, what was the takeaway from this? The spell failed.
Oh,
Well,
it
I mean,
succeeded, yo.
you wanted the spell to make him go out there.
okay.
We were talking in chat, so I don't know if we had everybody aware of this, but I was suggesting that if we can possibly get the Yakuza alive, we would like to do that.
That was the plan. That
Okay.
was what I was thinking.
Yeah, Jet is like a no killy type of guy, so I believe he would like to get everyone.
I didn't mean just leave him alive. I meant get him.
No, I get you, because if we save his life, he will owe us a favor to walk away from the case.
Well, that's kind of where I was going. Not so much him. It could be a good in with the organization, but we could also save his life, make ourselves look good, make him indebted to us, and then also sit on him until we talk to Larry, and then Larry wins the race.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm leaving him alive and taking him with us. So whatever we want to
Yeah,
do, we're gonna do.
perfect, fantastic.
All right. So, does anybody want to do anything before we go for a little boat ride?
I would like to do the Google Maps search. Where is the boat
Sure.
going?
Do you
Where
want
could I catch it?
do you want to go ahead and roll? I guess just like a navigation or something.
So just straight up navigation, right?
Yeah.
So do we still not have the right information for Larry? It seems like he's buying from this not Dolph Lundgren guy.
I mean, that's what it seems. You could totally call Larry and tell him this if you wanted. But
It could be completely unrelated. They kind of have a Venn diagram of smuggling, the Vori and the
Now,
mafia.
is that enough, or am I like
so
at a loss with the map?
that is 2 hits of quality of where you can pick up this boat. If you want to go for more hits, you can get like a closer place, a more secure place, someplace that's not so far away, that kind of stuff.
Now, what about the boat? If I get a more secure place, will the boat automatically sort of follow the place
So I'm assuming that you're going to somehow get control of the boat,
through hex?
maybe.
Ideally,
Hex? Hex?
You want me to hack the boat now? Finally.
yeah. Once I toss in the grenade, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, he can hack the boat right now, I think.
I mean, he
Might
can
get
start to hack the
alerted
boat.
though.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and give me that strength plus body to hang on to the boat as it goes out into the ocean?
Sure.
Oh,
Man, I was kind of hoping you got to sleep with the fishes. See,
Sorry, boss.
right?
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
That's fine. I mean, he's Vinny the fish. So a couple minutes are going to go by as you drive out, and Vinny's going to be like, "All right, Frankie, I feel like this is good enough. How you feel about that, friend? Huh?" You give the guy
Okay,
a
quick
kick.
question.
Yeah.
Um, you said it's a 25 footer. Is they're towards the back of the boat?
Hmm.
Is there any place that I can just place the flashbang that would cover the 10-meter radius, I guess, or anywhere that I can just like plop that grenade down and dive under the water?
You can totally try with like a palming or something to get it up there in a spot that's because like you're not going to throw it because throwing is going to make a lot of noise as it goes bonk 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 bonk.
Yeah.
At least it sounds like you're trying to be very sneaky about it. So
Hmm.
if you want to do palming, we could do that, and I would be looking for similar to throwing. I would be looking for 3 hits for you to put it up there with enough time to dunk under the water, and then for it to go boosh.
Okay. Once again, I am going to boost my agility. And then I'm going to make, I guess, 2 drain resistance tests because I
Forgot.
forgot to roll the first one.
Sure. To be fair, you didn't
And
really
then
do.
suddenly, like, you go down.
Okay, 1. And drain is body plus willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why is it body plus willpower?
Because he's an adept.
Oh.
So there you go. 7 successes on both. I'm good.
Damn, look at you. All right, so you want to go ahead and roll your palming test to stick the grenade on the boat.
Yep.
Dice, dice, dice. There it is.
Sorry.
All right. So, good news and bad news. Uh, Good news is your grenade's going to go off.
Bad news is
Mm, what are you
Uh,
doing, Bamce?
what's that?
What are you doing, buddy?
Nothing. Nothing you need to worry about.
Why would the initiative thingy go on? I
I
mean,
mean,
everything went as planned.
a grenade went off. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Uh, so the unfortunate part is there's not really a place for you to really ambush these guys because like they're on the boat and you're gonna come up from the water and then like I'm not sure what your plan is from there.
I was going to just like put the grenade down and then uh, try and
Leave.
get myself to the keel of the boat and then detonate.
Sure, but like the grenade's gonna go off and they're gonna have a bad day because the grenade just went off in their faces.
Okay, then I'm gonna pop up and start taking out whoever is
Okay.
still alive with stick and chuck.
That was the unfortunate part is the popping out is it's not like ha ha, but like this could be real shitty to try and shoot them from not on the boat. So I'm assuming you're getting onto the boat.
Yeah,
So like your first combat pass is going to be getting onto the boat.
cool. All right, I'll roll initiative myself then.
That's a good idea.
Is there a way, Bams, that I can release Zig and Zag and sort of let them fly over the whole dog thing without people seeing them,
I
and
mean,
just let them get down near Jet, or not?
I mean that'd have been a great thing to suggest before they, drove the boat out into the middle of the ocean.
I know. It's like 3 second passes, so it's gonna be a year before they get there.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I'm fine. I think.
It's like 3 versus 1. If you get out of this, I'm gonna be more impressed than after the time you got stabbed by a poison knife.
I mean, to be fair, he does have a pretty big advantage from what happened already. So you're at 12.
Ooh,
So
Vinny's got wires.
yeah. So like the first initiative pass is going to be them like the right kind of like recovering from the explosion, pinching their eyes, and then kind of feeling the boat shift in an unnatural way as they turn to look, and they're going to see you climbing onto it.
With my guardian drawn, by the way. Actually, do you think that I would have my SMG?
That's up to you. I don't know if you would carry that.
How are they going to
Uh,
see anything?
What's that?
How are they going to see anything?
Because your concealment is only -3.
I
No,
mean, I
but
think he means with a
the fact that a
flashbang going
bright
off.
light just went off in their face.
Because the flashbang does not actually impose blindness. It's more of a concussion grenade than an actual like flashbang. Because it just
Okay,
does a bunch of stun and -4 armor.
that's fine.
Uh,
Huh.
so like the first round is going to be Vinny, and he is going to close, and he's going to try and punch your face in. He actually has wound penalties, so
Don't allow him, Jet.
I'd like to avoid that, yeah.
I mean I'd imagine you would.
Crap, combat rules. Ugh,
Reaction and intuition.
thank you. And I think I get bonus dice from my combat sense.
Correct. 1 per rank.
Cool. Just doing math.
Yep.
Agility plus reaction?
Reaction plus intuition.
Okay.
Where would I find melee combat rules in the oldest cheat sheets you
I
gave?
have no idea. How you doing there, Jet?
Just typing.
Okay.
It doesn't sound good.
I mean, I really want to punch him.
That sounds friendly.
Unfortunately, I don't get to punch him. Frankie, on the other hand, is gonna shake it off, and he's gonna try and shoot you.
I thought that I'm ahead of him, though.
Ah, yep. My apologies. You are. I thought that. I guess it was just the order that I put them in there originally. I thought that he was ahead of you. No, but you're up.
It's cool. All right. I'm going to fire a burst at his stupid face.
Which stupid face, Frankie or Vinny?
Frankie.
Frankie. Poor Frankie.
Well, I mean, it's stick and shock, so you know.
I mean, yeah, but
It's not a good day, but it's not the worst day. Would my agility boost still? No, that was a while ago. Actually, would it? How many combat turns has it been?
it's been like one.
One.
Okay, then I still have a combat turn, so
Sure.
cool.
I really wish I got to punch you.
There's still time.
You good with 4?
Sorry.
You good with 4?
Would anything that I've done be considered daring?
I mean, I'd be
If we
willing
vote
to.
on that sort of thing, I think so.
Do you have
I have Daredevil.
right? Have you spent edge?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I
2
would be.
points.
I would be willing to return you some edge for being maybe not daring but stupid.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I am going to edge that.
Sure.
Product math.
There was like a credit for edge. Like, would I be qualified to get this edge back?
Well, I told him it's like, look, I usually don't look at your character sheets, so you need to remind me when you're doing dumb shit if you want your edge back.
7 successes.
And were you doing a simple burst, a complex burst? Like, how many bullets are you shooting at this guy?
I think that the Guardian does a simple burst.
Okay, so
Let me double check.
I think that's only number two, -2, because it's not like an actual burst fire; it's a semi-automatic. Man, poor Frankie. So that's 7, 5. Uh, so you stitch up Frankie full of electric bullets, and he falls unconscious.
It's a complex action, so it's just burst fire.
Yep, no, I got you. It don't matter. He didn't roll enough dices to not go to sleep. Between that and the flashbang, uh, we can just stick with this since everybody lost the first turn anyway. Um,
Okay.
which brings us back to Vinny, and Vinny's gonna try and. Yeah, he's just gonna try and punch you and do terrible.
Okay, and same.
It'd be reaction plus intuition plus
Yeah.
your combat sense.
Whoa! I am so edging that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Okay. Would you like to edge it to reduce the critical glitch, or to reroll your failures?
I'd be willing to re-roll again.
Okay.
The failures.
Keep in mind you're gonna stick with the critical glitch then.
Oh, I have to?
Like, you can either reroll failures. It doesn't negate the fact that you glitched or critical glitched.
Okay, I'll take the hit.
Okay.
And, yeah, negate that.
So you're gonna be soaking 4, 5, 6. Let's go with 10p
Body plus armor?
body plus armor. And as per the, are you spending edge to downgrade from critical glitch to normal glitch?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to knock you prone in the fisticuffs, and your gun is going to go over the edge of the boat.
Okay.
I'm assuming you probably have another gun somewhere,
Yeah.
but that's the wonderful situation we find ourselves in.
Now I gotta buy a new gun.
We can just get you a replacement on the way out of the docks.
Yeah, there's plenty of guns all over the docks. It's fine.
But it was my gun!
This one will
Let's
be your
just
gun.
get out of the docks first.
Sure. I mean, you could go after. Like, if you had kept the critical glitch, he would have straight uppercutted you off the boat. That'll be 5 stuns, sir, unless you want to edge that.
Damn.
I can't.
Wonderful. You want to roll initiative?
Yes, I do.
So Jet just got riddled pretty good, right?
He got knocked the fuck down with a giant punch.
The punch was 10p.
Yes. Because he had 2 net hits. And definitely, like, Jet, you've been punched before. This dude does not have normal bones.
I guess that's where moderately Cybert comes in.
Yeah, he's a guy that likes getting brutal.
Okay, one sec.
Meanwhile, Hex, I will go ahead and roll to resist your hacking.
Sweet. Hey, I put a mark.
Oh, damn it! Jet has more initiative than me.
Do what now?
Mm-hmm.
I said Jet has more initiative than I do. So Jet, you're on the ground. Vinny is straddling you, ready to just pummel the life from your body.
Okay. Um, can I grab his head and slam it into my head?
So you're kind of on the ground right now.
But he's over me, right?
Yeah, he's not like straddling you, sitting on your chest, but he just like punched you, and you went down, and he's just like and he's still standing.
Okay, nut shot.
Um. Yeah.
Do you actually want to use the called shot to hit him in the nuts as per run and gun, or do you just like the idea of that being what is reachable?
That would be a -2 to my attack, right?
No.
Um, then let me look, and I guess we can switch over to Hex.
Sure. Hex, you have a mark on the boat.
All right, sweet. Now I'm guessing the boat has already left.
Oh yeah, no, the boat is out at sea at the moment.
Hmm. Um. Let's see. Is there any way I could find like the potential driving?
Sure. Cutie, what are you doing? Um, it does have wave guide. I don't know. I don't know what it would actually be called, but it does have like the boat equivalent of grid guide on it,
Okay.
and you do have a mark on the comm link that controls it, obviously.
Okay. Would I be able to potentially spoof a command?
Sorry, you cut out there. Yes, you could totally spoof command.
I say, could I spoof a command to have it come back to shore?
You could, or you could spoof it to go to the place that Rot picked out.
Actually, sounds like good coming out of the ocean and everything, so we can come meet back up at the van.
Sure. Let's go ahead and roll that spoof.
Can I spoof command worth of crap today?
I hope so.
I haven't perfectly glitched yet, so
Don't worry, Jet's got that taken care of for you.
okay, okay. Thanks, Jet.
No problem. Could you just transfer over control to Rot since he probably has.
I mean,
I don't have pilot watercraft, so I would be just
Never
jumping
mind.
in. I would just. I mean, with the control rig, I would probably be better off than Hex still, but
No, forget it.
it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you take everyone
all I'm
out, it
doing
can
is I'm
find a
making the
place.
boat drive itself more or less. I'm just telling it, hey, you got a command. So, like, it would be easily counterable potentially. Could I transfer control to right? I don't think that I could.
With 3 marks, but just make it go to a place. Doesn't really matter, I think.
Well, see, in order to let right put a mark on it, I have to be the owner, which requires 4 marks. I cannot put 4 marks on it.
Yeah, you would need to have like actual control over the boat, like physically, and start doing hardware tests and stuff.
Hmm.
Can you just make it go places?
Yeah, that's what he's attempting to do.
So I can attempt to have it go in that direction
Mm-hmm.
towards the point to meet up with Rot and everybody with the wave guide instead of grid guide.
Yeah, basically.
Don't fuck me up.
Are you good with that?
I don't know. It looks like a lot of ones, but I don't have but 1 point of edge, so I'm going to hold off on that.
Okay.
I'm
Chances
going
are the person who's got ownership of this vehicle is a little occupied at the moment. Sir,
Oh, you poor.
I am sorry, sir. Jet.
I've changed my mind after looking at that -10.
Sure. I mean, it does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but that would leave me with very few dice.
You could always burn edge to punch him in the nuts.
Ha!
Just making sure you're aware of the.
Jet, can I mention,
Um,
before you decide, your initial plan was to hit him in the head with your own head?
yeah,
You could headbutt his nuts.
I'm just
that's still a
reminding you
called
that
shot.
the skull is a bone.
You could like that could just be the flavor of it, but like if you don't want the actual like mechanics of nut shotting this guy.
Yeah, well, let me ask a quick question. I can't find it in the book. Is drawing a simple or a complex action?
Like readying a weapon,
Yeah.
it is a simple action.
Okay. But I'm in a melee. So yeah, it's just going to be the flavor of it.
Sure. Remember, you are -2 for being
Yeah,
prone.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, prone. Okay. Would this fall under my martial arts? Could I use it?
What are your martial arts?
Uh, Night Air and Tactical.
Um,
That almost certainly has a nutshot type of thing.
I'd be
It
all right with it.
okay. Okay, wish me luck.
I do wish you luck.
We do.
I wish Vinny more luck, but that's because I'm a bastard.
I wish Vinny luck. Bad.
Bad luck.
Huh.
I want Vinny to glitch. I want to see Vinny glitch himself into the water or some ridiculous shit.
All right. He is unfortunately not punched.
Okay.
He is going to
I suddenly hate Vinny.
he's going to attempt to kick the shit out of you while you're on the ground.
See, that's rude.
I mean, he's not a nice person.
But this is literally kicking a man when he's down.
Yes, he is not a nice person.
And my defense test would also take a -2.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, are we aware? We are aware that Dante is fighting on the boat, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Uh,
not.
Oh right, right. Oh right. Jet. I meant Jet.
Oh,
Hmm.
I was like, wait, what?
Soak also is affected by damage modifiers.
No, soak is always just body plus armor penetration.
Okay.
So your soak is El Normalo.
Wait, so this guy has metal bones?
Mm-hmm.
He has. Oh, I thought he had cyber arms, but cool.
No, he's metal bones.
So what happens if Jet just like pushes him off the boat?
So they don't add like a huge amount to your weight. It's not like you're immediately a stone, but it doesn't exactly like make it that much harder or easier to swim.
Hmm.
Okay, what am I taking?
Looks like 5.
Are you okay, Jet? Like still?
Nope.
Hmm.
Um.
Does that knock you out?
Right.
I have one box left.
Okay. Um,
If if we think Jet needs some help and he's like close to being out of this fight, or if he ends up getting taken out of the fight, maybe you could like spin like if Jet's laying in the well of the boat, like in the boat, and the other guy is like more upright trying to kick him. Maybe you could like spin the boat around, like do donuts with the boat.
Rot doesn't
I
actually
Uh,
have control of the boat.
yeah.
Hex
Hex would have
does.
to hack the shit out of it to give me control,
Yep.
and he can't at the
Hex, do
moment.
you want to try and spoof the boat again?
By the way, I would release Zig and Zag way over the whole docks area and into
Sure.
like the vicinity of the boat.
They're,
Just
they're heading in that direction.
And since I have a camera, you're probably seeing this happen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hex, you want to roll another
Um.
spoof?
Yeah, this time I'm gonna try and see if I can't get the boat to bank real hard.
Okay. Let's see.
Or just accelerate real fast.
shit. That got intense real fast.
Let's see. Let's see what happens with that roll.
Oh, that's not good.
The point of edge you were holding on to. I don't know,
Well, I
man.
mean, none of those are ones, which is good for me, but it also doesn't help Jet.
I mean, you could
Um,
re-roll your failures.
How are you using your individual dice?
If you roll over the one, it'll show them
Uh,
all there.
I can't actually do.
If Jet gets out of the fight, they could just throw him overboard and he will drown. Is it true?
If Jet is
Dude,
unconscious and he throws him overboard, that's that'll be a conversation to have in that situation.
how far out are they?
They drove on the boat for a couple of minutes.
Shit.
Oh, that's not quite how that works,
Slash.
X.
yeah, I forgot slash. My bad.
So they're are they past like swim out and save Jet range?
That and that kind of depends because um, an unconscious body floating in the water is at the mercy of the water. So you got 5 hits. Let's see.
Dante? Yep. I mean, you're the closest one, I think.
Sure is. Let's see what happens. So you got 2 net hits on the spoof, which is fine. So the boat will do its thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that penalty to Vinny because he's standing up and not expecting it versus Jet who is laying on the ground and the boat shifting violently doesn't really have that much effect on him because he's got a much larger
Yay.
surface area. That being said, Jet, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Enough of this punching nonsense. I am going to draw my Colt
Okay.
and fire on him.
Okay.
Is this firing into melee?
It is firing into melee, and you would be -2 because you are prone. But
Wait, I get prone even though I'm firing a gun?
I'm pretty sure you get prone no matter what you're doing. I mean,
Okay. And firing into a melee is also -2, right?
your thingamajig should uh, give you a bonus, I believe.
What do you mean thingamajig? My martial arts?
Yeah, don't you have like?
I have I have defense and hammer fist.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
no.
It's the wrong, not the wrong one, but a different one.
That's on my shopping list.
If only.
I thought the
So-
thing was gun kata.
No, I don't
He's
have
got
that
the
one.
Knight Iron Tactical, which is like the professional version of Gunkata.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Attacker prone is only -1.
Okay, so that is -2, -3, plus my wound modifiers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Katie, what are you doing over there?
Oh
Do
boy.
not die, Orc. We need you.
I believe in you.
Jet, should I like start heading that way?
Um, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm kind of occupied.
I mean, so I believe if you're supposed to be going that way, you're already late since he's taking 3 second turns, and you have to get there, sneak there, swim there, and then find him before he eventually drowns or be taken away. There is a chance that Vinny won't want to kill him, which is something. We could wait for him as he comes back, but still.
I can go swimming, but if the boat's driving away for several minutes, I cannot swim anywhere near as fast as a boat.
Well, I was thinking, can't we tell the boat to not drive away?
Right now, Hex is occupied trying to help Jet not die.
Important question. What is your gun loaded with?
Stick and chuck.
Okay, because I forgot about the banking of the boat there, which pulls 2 dice off, which then makes that a glancing hit, so he's going to actually lose 5 initiative, which doesn't super matter because he's going to get another go, but he will also take -1 to his punching, so he will be down to 9 punching. Man,
I don't have to find him.
not yet you don't.
I don't have to find him. Can a spirit carry him?
Potentially.
You all need to chill. Nothing's. I'm not dead yet.
No, you
You
have
have
had a
one box, man.
you had a
I'm trying to
glance.
make sure you stay that way, buddy.
He's trying to anyway. Do you want to
You
go
don't
ahead?
understand. I'm having the time of my life right now.
Yep.
I just don't want it to be the last time of your life.
Oh hell, I have other concepts.
All right.
All right, so Soak.
No, you tied his defense.
Hooah.
So it's just like a glancing blow. He probably like goes to stomp on you, and you kind of roll. He gets a bit of your jacket and puts a little bit of a dent into the boat. You want to go ahead and roll initiative?
Sure.
He's
My drones have acceleration like speed 4. How fast are they gaining up on the boat?
well. Let me see what the speed of this boat that I chose randomly earlier has. This is a speed 6 boat.
Damn it. But it's going back?
No, that spoof has not yet happened because that's the one that I beat him on, and then um,
Alright.
9, 15, 22.
Bamce, can I tell my spirit
Sorry,
to
that
do
was my
something?
bad. Let me do the math real quick.
It should be 22. Tell your spirit to do what?
I want him to go subdue the Italian guy.
Sure. It will
I rolled it.
dematerialize and begin trying to get
I,
all the way over there.
I rolled initiative like way up there, but it
Sure.
wasn't very good.
No, it's not.
It was like 8 or something. I'm
Sure.
trying to find it.
Do you want to go ahead and roll another initiative because it's been several other combat turns?
That depends. If the alternative is that I take my shitty initiative, but I can tell my spirit to do that last turn.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and roll your spirit's initiative? Should be 6 plus 2d6, I believe.
It is 6 plus 2 plus 2d6.
Sure. Um,
I have his stats up. They're not just 4 straight across.
Right,
I can.
there's something goofy. Hex, you also want to roll initiative while I got you here? See if maybe you can rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Because that seemed to actually do wonders for Dante. Or I'm sorry, for Jet in the last combat
Fucking
round.
Don't want
Like
to
I
end
said,
up on a boat to
try,
heaven.
No.
like I said, I can try, but my internet keeps cutting in and out, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to play. Because I'm guessing they're doing
Yeah,
utility
as
work in
soon
my
as we have
neighborhood finally.
a definitive answer what happens with this Jet and Vinny situation is where we're going to call it for the night anyway.
Let me see if I can see. Let's see. Matrix Initiative. What is my Matrix Initiative?
Intuition plus your resonance plus 4d6.
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. It's pretty early.
I mean, I got to be up in like 6 hours.
It's midnight, so technically, yeah, it is early.
And me too.
Man, way to roll like complete garbage when your friend needs you.
I know. I'm good like
Looks
that.
like you only rolled 3d6.
That's because the thing defaultly told me 3d6. You know, I am hot sim, so I don't know.
Roll another d6,
Should
Hex.
have an extra d6. But, I totally want to. You're actually telling me to do something mildly useful.
Yeah, no, you may have actually saved Jet's life last turn.
Bam's spirit has 17.
Got it. God damn it, Hex. I mean, that actually does truthfully matter because it puts you ahead of Vinny, which lets you spoof the boat again, or try to spoof the boat again. All right, Jet, it's on you, man. Good luck.
Okay, now if I go full defense,
Hmm.
would I still be able to sort of like weasel my way away from him?
Absolutely. You would just lose 10 off your initiative. You would get the bonus to your defenses, and that's basically a free action. So you could still get your whatever it is you're going to do on your turn.
Okay. All right, let's do this. I look at my cheat sheet. Okay. 9. One sec, more math with all these dice and
Yeah, sorry about
penalties.
that.
No, it's cool.
Sorry to give you a bunch of wound modifiers.
Hey, I knew what I was getting into.
And it seemed like
Okay.
everything's going so smoothly.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you critically glitch.
I
You
guess
don't
Jet
you
has
don't need
learned
to
my.
roll full defense for anything right now.
Oh, okay.
You'll just it'll be your reaction plus your intuition plus your combat sense plus your
That's right. I forgot. I keep on forgetting to add that. Oh man. Okay. So, um, I'd like to try and get out of his pummeling range.
sure. He does have the opportunity. There's an interrupt that he can take.
Okay.
Uh, it is on page 194. If movement takes a character within 1 meter of an opponent and the character attempts to pass without attacking that character, the opponent can use interrupt action to voluntarily decrease their initiative by 5 to make a melee attack.
Okay.
Um, so he will get to punch at you if you want to roll away from him.
Yeah, but as opposed to him definitely punching at me. So,
Well, if he increases his initiative by 5, is that artificial, or does he get an extra pass because of it?
No,
He
decrease.
spends 5 initiative, so he would go down to 12.
Okay. Oh, so misunderstood. Okay.
so we'd be tied. All right. So full defense.
Okay, you're gonna full defense, and then you're gonna try and get away from him.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll drop you to 12. Vinny will take the stomp, and that's 12. And Trying to remember. Okay. So I think he's still, because he hasn't had a turn yet. So he's still probably under the -2 from the last shift of the boat. Um, and I think stick and shock, because he also still has not yet had a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
It is 9p.
All right. What's this about Burning Edge with this situation?
Well, we can talk about that during the week.
Okay.
Okay? So, I hate to leave in a little bit of a cliffhanger, but there's a lot of complication things when Burning Edge comes up. So, want to make sure that we have a conversation and we know exactly what the details of things are before we make giant discussions.
Sure.
All right? So, with that, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight, and we'll leave it on this very interesting cliffhanger of what this means.